Good evening and welcome back to another episode of The Longing, where today we are going to be continuing to read Homer's Iliad. So, let's get going. Monarch of nations, whose superior sway assembled states and lords of earth obey, the laws and sceptres to thy hand are given, and millions own the care of thee and heaven. O King, the counsels of my age attend, with thee my cares begin, with thee must end. Thee, Prince, it fits alike to speak and hear, pronounce with judgment, with regard give ear, to see no wholesome motion be withstood, and ratify the best for public good. Nor through a meaner give advice, repine, but follow it, and make the wisdom thine. Hear then a thought not now conceived in haste, at once my present judgment and my past. When from Pelides' tent you forced the maid, I first opposed, and faithful durst dissuade. But bold of soul, when headlong fury fired, you wronged the man by men and gods admired. Now seek some means his fatal wrath to end, with prayers to move him, or with gifts to bend. To whom the king with justice hast thou shown a prince's faults, and I with reason own. That happy man whom Jove still honours most is more than armies and himself a host. Blessed in his love this wondrous hero stands. Heaven fights his war and humbles all our bands. Fain would my heart, which erred through frantic rage, the wrathful chief of angry gods assuage. If gifts immense his mighty soul can bow. 201. Hear all ye Greeks, and witness what I vow. 10 weighty talents of the purest gold, and twice 10 vases of refulgent mould. And I just said that one, didn't I? 7 sacred tripods, whose unsullied frame yet knows no office, nor has felt the flame. 12 steeds unmatched in fleetness and in force, and still victorious in the dusty course. Rich were the man whose ample stores exceed the prizes purchased by their winged speed. 7 lovely captives of the Lesbian line, skilled in each art, unmatched in form divine. The same I chose for more than vulgar charms, when Lesbos sank beneath the hero's arms. All these to buy his friendship shall be paid, and joined with these the long contested maid. With all her charms Briseis I resign, and solemn swear those charms were never mine. Untouched she stayed, uninjured she removes, pure from my arms and guiltless of my loves. 202. These instant shall be his, and if the powers give to our arms proud Ilion's hostile towers, then shall he store, when Greece the spoil divides, with gold and brass his loaded navy sides. Besides full 20 nymphs of Trojan race, with copious love shall crown his warm embrace, such as himself will choose, who yield to none, or yield to Helen's heavenly charms alone. Yet hear me further when our wars are o'er, if safe we land on Argos' fruitful shore. There shall he live, my son, our honours share, and with Orestes' self divide my care. Yet more 3 daughters in my court are bred, and each well worthy of a royal bed. Laodice and Iphigenia fair, and bright Chrysothemis, wow, I don't know that one, with golden hair. Her let him choose whom most his eyes approve. I ask no presents, no reward for love. Myself will give the dower so vast a store, as never father gave a child before. 7 ample cities shall confess his sway, him Menope and Phere him obey. Oh, excuse me, another yawn. Cardamile with ample turrets crowned, and sacred Pedasus for vines renowned. Sapere fair the pastures here yields, and rich Athea with her flowery fields. 204. The whole extent to Pylos' sandy plain, along the verdant margin of the main. There heifers graze and labouring oxen toil. Bold are the men and generous is the soil. There shall he reign with power and justice crowned, and rule the tributary realms around. All this I give his vengeance to control, and sure all this may move his mighty soul. Pluto, the grisly god who never spares, who feels no mercy and who hears no prayers, lives dark and dreadful in deep hell's abodes, and mortals hate him, and the worst of gods. Great though he be, it fits him to obey, since more than my years and more my sway. Pluto. The monarch thus, the reverend Nestor then, great Agamemnon, glorious king of men, such are thy offers as a prince may take, and such as fits a generous king to make. Let chosen delegates this hour be sent, myself will name them to Pelides' tent. Let Phoenix lead, revered for hoary age, great Ajax next, and Ithacus the sage. Yet more to sanctify the word you send, let Hodius and Eurybates attend. Now pray to Jove to grant what Greece demands. Pray in deep silence, 205, and with purest hands, 206. The embassy to Achilles. He said, and all approved. The heralds bring the cleansing water from the living spring. The youth with wine the sacred goblets crowned, and large libations drenched the sands around. The rite performed, the chiefs their thirst allay, then from the royal tent they take their way. Wise Nestor turns on each his careful eye, forbids to offend, instructs them to apply. Much he advised them all, Ulysses most, to deprecate the chief and save the host. Through the still night they march, and hear the roar of murmuring billows on the sounding shore. To Neptune, ruler of the seas profound, whose liquid arms the mighty globe surround, they pour forth vows their embassy to bless, and calm the rage of stern I can't say that one. Cassides, and now arrived, where on the sandy bay the Myrmidonian tents and vessels lay. Amused at ease, the godlike man they found, pleased with the solemn harp's harmonious sound. The well-wrought harp from conquered Thebe came, of polished silver was its costly frame. With this he soothes his angry soul, and sings the immortal deeds of heroes and of kings. Patroclus, only of the royal train, placed in his tent, attends the lofty strain. Full opposite he sat and listened long, in silence waiting till he ceased the song. Unseen the Grecian embassy proceeds, to his high tent the great Ulysses leads. Achilles, staring as the chiefs he spied, leapt from his seat and laid the harp aside. With like surprise arose Menoetius' son. Pelides grasped their hands and thus begun. Princes all hail, whatever brought you here, or strong necessity or urgent fear. Welcome, though, Greeks, for not as foes ye came, to me more dear than all that bear the name. With that the chiefs beneath his roof he led, and placed in seats with purple carpets spread. Then thus Patroclus crown a larger bowl, mix purer wine and open every soul. Of all the warriors yonder host can send, thy friend most honours these, and these thy friend. And with that, we come to the end of the episode, and I'm definitely struggling with some of these names, as you can very well tell. But anyway, I will say thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.